We're waiting for this to catch up. Here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. How are you today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Here, Daily CRUMB. Help you along your way today. We hope so anyway. Yes. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. And welcome to the Daily CRUMB with me, Winkishni Babe Majeki, your friendly, freaky ass, sweet fast water medicine woman. What's Christiana Carr, Chrissy Carr, superstar. All this beautiful divine being right here. Welcome. All you beautiful divine beings. Right here too. How goes it with you? Hey, hey, hey. It's Sunday. Happy Mother's Day. All the mummies. I've missed you. Everything's been thrown off. I was assured that what happened on Friday wasn't going to happen on Friday. For anybody that doesn't know, there was an eviction that went through. It's not because of me paying lack of rent or anything like that. It was a rent-to-own situation, and the other ones did it dirty. They didn't sell as it occupied. You knew the story. They kept telling me that they would still sell to me, and then when I did my own landlord tenant board thing, because they did an illegal rent increase of $800, and it was determined that they owed me money back. They still owe me $55,100 would be my deposit now. I started out with $20,100, and I was paying, and I was told, it's your home, act like it's your home. I had to be responsible for everything in the home as a homeowner, even though, because there's a purchase agreement and a lease, and it's a whole complex thing. So there is things actually filed and appeals and stuff like that. So whether able to get back into my biggie with her home or not is I don't know, but I know it's God's will. It's in God's hands, and if it's not, then there's a much greater plan. I know there is a much greater plan, and it's really hard, but they don't give you anything that you're not strong enough to handle. And I'm like, why'd you make me so strong? But I'm not strong. I'm very weak. It's always been His strength in me, because I've always called on it, because I'm a human being. I take everything in. It takes a lot to process and understand. I'm still processing things, and I had a live stream, and that whole thing was live streamed. I didn't know what to do, and that's how I've been alone. People said they've come, and especially there's quite a few on there that expressed some things that I've known, right? And the mother never called me, but I had to put out a thing. Okay, I talk on here, even if you used to watch the Daily CRUMB. I am not at high risk of hurting myself, not intentionally. Or is there, when you get through this stuff, yeah. And many would. Like, there's been many that I don't know how you're doing it. Like, I don't know how in there. I just call in extra support. I love. And I'm really sore, and I really got to push myself, because the gentleman, by the law, new owner, according to the law, he's not giving me the 2 weeks, as he said to the police officer that was at my home on Friday. He's only giving me until Tuesday. He's kind of chuckled at me when I phoned him on the phone. He's like, you got 72 hours, 72 hours. And was that a little chuckle? No, I got other people here. So I don't even know. I don't even know. I am trying to have compassion for that guy too. The property have sold it as, so they did something very, it was illegal. And a lot of those times these rent-to-owns really aren't, and you can, but if you could, like, if I was able to do it as I planned, it would have, I had a good solid plan. Good solid, okay, here we go. And I'm not solid plan because I'm always flux with all in the hands of the divines, but there was a plan to start the garage sales and do all that, right? And then hit with. Anyways, here we go. And I just said to my friend Megs, that's where I'm at. My first friends here in Peterborough. I said most people do a 180. I did a 360. This is the townhouses I started in. I had two in these units. Not all of them. My friend pays full market. But here. Anyway, so it's coming from. Spent a lot of time. There's like a stream over there. I think they called it Bear Creek or whatever. So when I lived in these units behind us, there's like at the end, way at the other end. And the front door was just this ravine, so it was like the nature of my front door. And in the springtime, the creek gets going really fast. I'd sit out there, imagine the raging river. I got to begin within home, and the river was even closer, and I could put a kayak in and go down it because this is just a little creek. You can't put kayaks or floaties in there. Well, unless they're little toy ones. I have insurance back on my vehicle. That happened yesterday, so thank you, everybody. Let's give it to the GoFundMe because it is working and it is helping. Of course, can't get anything. It's Monday. No, I can't. And then he's given me so graciously until Tuesday. I don't mean to say it like that because I think in some ways he got played and duped too, but then in others, I mean, if you're in such an emergency to get into a place, why not buy a place that didn't have anybody in it? It's not like he didn't know. And even if they said that they'd be out, he participated in landlord tenant boards were one of my favorite. And, so he had signs before too, so I don't know. And I thought he said he was a doctor. I don't know. I know he still has more resources. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It's not about that. It's in God's hands, and I know I'm not the only one. So many have lost so much more. And then have been dragged out. I mean, I said that I was going to tie myself down, but my little is inside. It's like, don't let them hurt me. My body was already going into its physical thing. And they took me to the hospital because I wanted to make sure that I was just having stress and shock response, right? My body going into shock. And then I'm realizing, that's probably it because with autism, you have meltdowns. I don't know why they call them that. It's not like you have control over them. But, that's the outward expression. And then there's another thing in autism, it's all too much. That's the shutdown. And I feel that's what was happening on that stream. My body was just going into shutdown. I was doing my best to stay calm, and in those times, especially, and you got these big people standing around you, and I'm sitting in that chair, and people just talk, and I need to make decisions right now, and those are the things that just, whoa. So it's not mental health. The medical, my doctor, not concerned with my mental health. It's concerned with my physical health and what the stress and stuff does to my physical health. So I do work with doctors and I do listen to doctors, but I do advocate for myself with doctors as well too. and I mix. I'm not a, oh, it's all this or all that. It's a, and we are blending, and we are blending. I don't really have any like hard opinions. Okay. Since I heard a lot, opinions are like assholes. I try not to maintain those, and they change. But especially now, as I learned a lot of times, those hard opinions were the ones that come from another source there, and all that. Anyways, here we go. But there's been. I mean, I keep going because I feel crazy. They're like naturally. I mean, what, we can't even believe that you haven't. Right? Listen, that's been the problem here too. When you get in that, you get that label. People say mental health, and when you have physical issues and stuff like that, people get in the head of mental health or whatever. That's what they want to believe because they don't want to believe that, you know, your health is severely at risk here just with all this stress. It does a lot of damage to your body, physical damage, and it's even causing cancers and things like that. It's linked to that. When the body says no by Gabor Mate, that talks about it. The body keeps score. Vessel Vanderkerk. Oh, I keep forgetting. But there's many out there about how that body keeps score, right? So, and we need to listen to that body and, need to find those safe places and those people that listen. Because if people just tell you, I mean, I'm in the hospital and I have a friend phone and I'm calming them down. Because I'm in the hospital dealing with this, calming them down because they're having a big traumatic response to what's happening to me. And that doesn't help me. So if you're worried, concerned, that's why I say well wishes. A lot of times it's worries, then it ends up I put my own feelings aside because somebody else is in panic mode. And oh my God, it's over something that's happening to me. And that's a whole lot of I keep it into myself because I don't want to hurt anybody else. I don't want to worry because some people go really extreme. And I don't want them releasing all that cortisol in their body and doing that to themselves too. That's why I say well wishes and no worries. Okay. But if you're getting your information from X or my mother, total wrong information. It's what the picture they're trying to paint. Mother's so worried about me, myself, but she phoned the police. She didn't phone me. She phoned the police to say that she was worried about me being like this. So what does that do? What does that put into those professionals' minds even more? Oh, this is her mother calling. We better tiptoe around her. And then they tiptoe around you like you're just going to snap or like you're just going to right in front of them, you know? So that's not helpful. And she still has not once called me. She's so worried, but she doesn't do anything to make up for what she has done. And she continues to do things. She continues to support. Okay. So she is not an innocent in this at all. She is trying to keep up appearances as well. All right. And if they wanted a different version, if they didn't want me talking about, then they should have done something about it. And even now, it's not too late for them to friggin' reprimand and make up for things and, start doing the right thing by our children. Because that's just hurting them. And even then, he doesn't, they need to be coming over and cleaning up their house. They left because they were asked to clean. This is all results of I can't keep up with all of that, and then it's being put on me that I'm the crazy one. I'm mentally unstable. I can't keep a home. All that kind of stuff. All this stuff to prove the picture that they've been trying to paint. They couldn't bring me down on their own. They recruited a whole bunch. So this is not reliable information from those people. Okay? I have insurance on my van again right now. I am resourceful. They have hurt me. They have hurt me more than they help me. They continue to hurt me more than they help me. And now the answer is there. Oh, I'll give you a ride. Oh, I'll answer the phone because of course he's going to look like he's taking the bigger road. That's what they do. This is not a story. This is not an original story. I am not the only one. Oh my goodness. If you have been through this, please drop in chats, share your experiences. Show, you know, I think some places I have where you can post anonymously so you don't even have to put your name out there, but the show. Yeah. Well, I was on the phone with the Crossroads there and had confirmed I'm not crazy. This stuff happens. Post-separation abuse. I'm not making this shit up. Okay? Thank you. So listen, when we feel overly attached to an outcome, it's simply an identification that we need to reconnect with our wise self. Right? Try not to be overly attached. I'd really like that, but I'm just the outcome where I'm safe and have all this stress of being dragged through systems. I'd like to just go take a sabbatical and come back and say, okay, everything's done, and here's your deposit back. And, oh, here's a piece of property to start your foundation and help others. Oh no, what's that? Top and bottom. Presence. We need to be present right now. Love, because we are loved, and that's what I keep thinking of. Sometimes it's almost a disassociation thing or whatever. I'm really thought that shut down in autism, and it takes a lot to try and stay here. But this has been years of I had to be in control of myself and be reasonable and all of that. Okay, here we go. Bring your mind into the present moment time. Now is the only place to be, right now. Here. Can you hear those birdies chirping? And on there we have more of the rest. This is what I gotta do. I've got to go over to gather up more stuff. So to be over at 10. I have more time today, but I still got to arrange a truck and where I'm putting stuff and the packing. I don't have any furniture to take, and so. And I'm trying to think it's just a temporary thing, but I'm not too attached to. It'll be what it'll be. It'll be in God's hands, and it's always been better than I ever planned. Okay, so that's the Daily CRUMB, and I trust in that. I trust in that because my personal relationship throughout my whole life. And that's because I'm told of this, my personal experience with it, and I'm still here and okay, living testament of it. Okay, this is why I am still here. I cannot do it on my own. I am one person. One. Okay, saying one anyway. So all I can be is me. That is just who I am. You could tell me all your problems. I will listen without judgment. Do my best to understand your personal perspective, the unique life that you live. Help to give your spirits a lift. That is just who I am. I'll take a stand to defend the vulnerable and innocent, helping to find their voice and believe in their gifts, here to lend a hand to all who begin within. This is just who I am, not better or worse than anyone else on earth, doing my part to transmute the shit and heal it, looking into my sacred heart, choosing to be lovingly led by my divine spark, my light in the dark, looking past the fears in my head to the love and the lessons instead. That is just who I am. There are times I cry and tears I hide, times when I thought I would die. For in my back are many knives, but I am still alive. I've become more wise. I don't go looking for revenge. It's not worth the energy that is spent. I choose to forgive and begin again. That is just who I am. Friend or foe, I want you to know my love is unconditional. No matter the pain or the loss, it's not worth the cost to hold on to the hurt that no one deserves. What purpose does it serve to dwell in the past? I hang on to the love that lasts. Learn the lessons and leave the rest. That is just who I am. I accept you just as you are, whether I want you close or need you far. I can see your divine spark. I see our humanness through all the mess. And I must confess, I really work at this. I'm not perfect, but I am worth it. Like every person is. I do what I can to see the divine in every human. That is just who I am. Growing with the flow, a beautiful weirdo. Wonderful, individual, expressing real divine originality. How I choose to see everybody. We're all just the same, yet so unique. I'm not just talking about our physique. Oh, the world would be so lame if we were all exactly the same. No shame or blame. I ain't playing that game. That's just who I am. I'll always be myself. I can't be anyone else. I'm perfectly imperfect human who loves to take who loves to take every chance to sing and dance. A hopeful romantic. No need to get frantic. That's just who I am. Wow. Thank you for that reminder. Thank you. There's the truth. Truth be it. Okay, truth come out. And my little feather blew away. So here we go. Thank you, beautiful beings. I went on a little bit, but I need to do a little bit of an update again. Went to the hospital. My blood work was pristine. So just the shock thing. I mean, my body's still doing its thing, but God's with me and I got this. All right, beautiful beings. And if anybody in Peterborough wants to come bring some boxes and just pack some stuff up. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to arrange to pick it all up and drop it off when I've got that finalized where it's going temporarily, whether it's back in there, wherever it goes. Okay, I really want my begin within home, of course, and I'm going to keep saying, okay, right? God, I'm going to believe that this is the way you want it to be until you show me. Oh, wait, something better right here. Okay. It's time. All right, biggest heart hugs ever. Yes, thank you for being you and shining your light through in everything you do, because you know what this world needs you, just to be you, fully, holy, and true. Don't let this world miss out. No, that's you. I'm so glad that you're here on this earth walk. I'm so glad you choose to stay every day. Let's grow, grow, grow. Slow, slow, slow. Make this another wonderful blessed day. Love you all. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Prepared. I'm right there.